Hello, everybody, and welcome to Poetry in the Park. We are in Henry Law Park in Dover. This is Marilynn Carter and me, Michelle Lowry. And we are super excited to do Poetry in the Park. This is our third week. We are probably taking a week off next week, but we will be back after that. And we hope you're enjoying these poems that are being created. The ones that I am sharing with you are channeled through my miniature horse Sunshine, and Marilynn's are from her wonderful heart and soul, and her book Doorways is the one that she is working from to bring you all of her poetry. So last week we were talking about how some of these poems feel very meditative. They feel like you could sit quietly with your eyes closed and really experience a visual, audible, sensing experience from these meditations. So we thought we would bring you more of a meditation type experience this week. We're trying to keep it fun and interesting all at the same time. So what we're going to bring to you today are two poems. I don't remember. Two poems that are more visual, are more like a meditation. We're going to guide you in, we're going to guide you out. So because of that, we invite you, if you're going to do the meditation as a piece of this, to be somewhere quiet, somewhere sacred, somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed, that you can be in your own space and do some meditation work. So ideally not driving, not operating heavy machinery, and not in the middle of downtown Boston where there's traffic and people. You get the idea. Yeah. So we're going to start with, just 1 second. I have a puppy that wants to be a part of today's thing. She's been very non-settling this afternoon, so I'm just trying to appease her before we get started.
Definitely.
I think we're good. If you hear barking, it's her. She's fine. She's safe. She's just being expressive.
That's what it's about.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. All the animals. And just on that side note, so thank you for that. Animals love to meditate. So if your animals want to join you during this recording, your cats, your dogs, going out to the barn, being with your horse, animals love the energy of meditation. So rather than kicking them out of the space you are in, invite them to join you. And they really do enhance the experience. So there's another invitation for you. So as we get started, I invite you to find a comfortable spot to sit or lay down. You want to be just in a place where you can just release your physical body and enjoy the words and allow the words to take you on a journey wherever that's going to be for you. So as you get comfortable, just taking a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to be present in this moment, in this time, and allowing yourself to release any stresses, strains, stress or anxiety from the day, from the week, from the environment. There's so much going on right now. And allow yourself to just be still, be with your breath, be really focused on each inhale and each exhale, so that you can allow your mind, body, and soul and your heart to open up and to have an experience, whatever that experience is going to be for you today. So we're going to begin with a poem by Sunshine, and it's called The Breath. Breathe it in, this air of ours. It brings such health, and now at this time it is especially true, as we step into something so precious and new. Breathe it in with focus and joy, so you may fill your heart with all the love and enjoy the benefits of oxygen traveling through your body and the healing that happens so naturally. Breathe it in with vision of all you desire. Release the blocks of muck and mire. You are worth all that you wish for. Use your breath to manifest this and so much more. Have fun with your breath and see what happens when you breathe shallow or deep, fast or slow. How does it change all you have come to know? Perhaps it feels blissful and opens your heart. Perhaps it brings clarity as it clears all you are blocking and wanting to experience. Perhaps it brings renewed energy so you may walk your path with veracity. All this and more can be achieved through your breath, and you have it at hand each minute you are here. So give it a whirl and see how it aligns with all of your goals, dreams, and desires. And Shakina says, breathe and enjoy and create. So gently bringing yourself into your body, and on your next exhale, gently opening your eyes. So interestingly enough, I'm just going to pick up my dog. Interestingly enough, Sunshine wrote that poem about 3 or 4 years ago. And as I was reading it through in preparation for today, I realized it was as pertinent today as it's been for the last few years. So it was interesting that these poems are coming through and are so important now, and yet they were written so many years ago. So remembering that our animals are very psychic, they know what's coming and they want to support and help us. So I'm just gonna there. There we go, Shakina. So I'm going to pass you over to Marilynn, and Marilyn's going to guide you in her brand new poem called Boxton Canyon. And again, we both felt that this was also very meditative. So you can have this as a meditation experience by closing your eyes, allowing all of your senses to step up and give you the opportunity to kind of go on a journey and really feel and visualize these words as well as hearing them, and see what happens, see what comes for you, and see what memories come forth. So I'm going to pass it over to Marilynn.
Thanks, Michelle. So this poem, as Michelle mentioned, is called Boxton Canyon. Only locals privy to your whereabouts. As guests, our innkeeper suggested we visit you. Directions given, supposedly a 15-minute drive. Proceeding slowly, twisting spiral turns, circling higher and higher. No protective guardrail. Drop off increases as we ascend. In real time, clock registers 30 minutes have passed. A sigh of relief, a small parking area. Beginning to explore a path, signaling the way in. The earth and leaves muffle our steps, an opening. Soundlessly and cautiously, we pass through the opening, peering left and right until the canyon looms before us. We three are all alone, no other visitors. Not alone, for the trees welcome us. Our eyes shift skyward. We are in awe. A most incredible treetop-filled dome. Branches happily sway, whispering to us. Silent stillness engulfs us, encapsulated in the beauty of ancient redwood trees, a reverent place. Monks frequent to chant and meditate. Their prayers linger in the air, filling the canyon, intermingling with powerful tree energy. Vibrating unknown messages filtrate our being till we feel energized, replenished, full. Nearby, a huge fallen log displays a small platform, draws my attention, calling to me. Carefully climbing up, barely enough space to plant my feet. Without thought, extending my arms, turning palms upward, receiving the magical tree essence. Time slows. In time, lifting my arms skyward, reciprocating, sending love and life force energy. The trees accept with pleasure the shared gift. Together, we are filled. I climb down, notice a huge redwood. It has a hollow, tall enough for me to stand in. Extending my arms, I can touch each side. We exchange energy. Feeling your energetic vibrations, strength, warm heart, we are filled, replenished. There is no time within. Life flows through your branches, leaves gently sway, spreading your love and wisdom to all who visit. All too soon, the sun begins its magical descent. Taking one last look, we say our goodbyes, follow the path back to where our car awaits. The twisted road seems less scary with the energy of the Redwood Canyon. Instilled with its gifts of courage, strength, love, compassion, peace, we carry your imprint with us. Thank you.
Taking in a nice deep breath, allowing all of those wonderful visuals and feelings to integrate fully into your mind, body, and soul. As you gently bring yourself back into your body, have an awareness of your physical presence, an awareness of the room or the place that you are in. Taking another nice deep breath, and as you exhale, gently opening your eyes. Thank you for that.
Thank you too.
What was your inspiration to write it?
The inspiration, it was a family visit to Northern California. And, yeah, we visited this very small town and we were guided to this canyon. It probably happened close to 20 years ago. And it's interesting because Sunshine gave a little reading to Michelle for me and said, I need to dig deeper. And so the very next day, this poem came forth. So it was the right timing. Yeah.
I love that. And it's so descriptive and it's so visual. I mean, you could literally be in the car with you and having the experience.
Thank you. Yeah.
And the redwoods are amazing. I've been around redwoods.
They're
too.
amazing. And honestly, even though it was 20 years ago, it still feels like yesterday, you know, that magical place.
Yeah.
I mean, the energy was incredible. Yeah. Such a gift.
Yeah, truly. And how wonderful for you now to share it in poetry with everybody.
I know. I never thought about sharing it before. So thank you.
Yeah.
When you mentioned, oh, maybe we can do some meditative poetry. And I'm like, okay. And then I just kept writing and it came forth.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, part of the reason that we're doing this, other than we're just enjoying having girl time once a week,
We are.
and sharing our poetry even with each other, it's also to maybe inspire you. Maybe you have written a poem at some point and you didn't think it was good enough or no one would want to listen to it. We're hoping that this really inspires you. You know, you've said earlier that it took you a long time to actually start writing.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote my first poem when I was like, I don't know, 13 or 14, and then never wrote again until I was 70. So there's anybody can write. It's just what's within you. And when it's ready to come out, it will come out. I mean, it was not anything I planned. It just started happening. It was so cool.
Yeah. I think it's really neat. And the same thing with channeling Sunshine's poetry. It really was something that just started happening. I was already channeling with my other horse at the time, and she started chiming in, and it was all
She wouldn't be
rhyming.
left out.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, what about me? I have stuff. And hers was all poetic. And I know it's not me, because that would not come out of me. I know myself well enough to know that that's not something I can do in my human form. And so, always looking at that too, when something's coming through you, it's a very different experience. And when you look at what came through you, and maybe it's drawing, maybe it's artwork, maybe it's beading, it can be any form of creative arts, being out in nature, planting beautiful flowers, it's all a form of expression. And that's really what we're hoping to inspire in people, is reconnecting to your creativity and reconnecting to what you have within you that you've either done before and forgotten about, or didn't know was even in there. And, we're both wanting to share that with everybody.
Definitely, because we all have gifts and they just appear at different times. And honestly, I was as surprised as anyone that I started writing poetry, and I'm sure it's not all mine also, because sometimes I go back and read something, I'm like, you wrote that? Yeah. So it's definitely, just be open to it. And I just say, take a pen and some paper and go sit somewhere and see what comes.
Yeah, definitely, be inspired. And I will share with you too, my extent of the English vocabulary is not very extensive. And so I know that I'm channeling through my animals because of the words that I used, or when I'm channeling communication sessions with people's animals, I know it's not coming from me, because the words that I use, I always joke that if it's 3 syllables or more, it did not come from me. And so it's a gift in knowing that that's what I'm doing, and I can validate the fact that I'm channeling or I'm doing a communication rather than thinking it's coming from my own mind. So we all have a way of kind of checking in with ourselves and knowing where it's coming from. And some poetry, I'll be sharing poetry from Sunshine, was 4 lines long. That was it. She was done. And so honoring it doesn't have to be paragraph after paragraph.
No, it doesn't. It can be a few words, or it can be a whole page. Or
Yeah. So get creative.
Definitely.
And we would love to find out what you're creating, and feel free to send us your poetry. See, just validating.
Yeah.
Send us your poetry, and we would love to share it with people, or share it on the posts that we have out there on Instagram and LinkedIn. And I believe we're also on YouTube and Vimeo, and we'll post some of those links with this one too. So,
and they're also being posted on Maat Publishing.
They are. Yeah, check out Maat Publishing, M-A-A-T Publishing. So lots of places to find this. Maybe even, I don't know how it all works, but searching poetry in the park and seeing what comes up, you may find us that way too. So yeah, feel free to share. Feel free to share this with friends, and let us know how you're getting on. We won't be around next week, but we will certainly be around the week after.
Definitely.
So we hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us, and we hope that we will see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.